Every second wasted betting on the old fossil fuel giants is money lost, opportunity flushed down the drain, and a future choked in smoke. Tired of slogging through waves of misinformation, empty promises, and slow shifts while the climate crisis barrels forward? It's infuriating, right? Seeing relentless headlines about renewables still too expensive or fossil fuels dominate markets, while inside, that fire burns louder because the truth is staring every savvy founder, investor, professional, and leader dead in the eyes. Clean energy assets can outperform fossil fuels, and sooner than most dare to believe. But only if the boldest, smartest, and most ruthless actors stop waiting and start acting like their lives and the planet depend on it, because they do. First, dump the old map. The energy sector isn't a slow-moving beast on some predictable path anymore. It's a volatile, high-stakes arena where innovation outpaces regulation and change crushes complacency. Fossil fuels aren't just failing the environment. They're bleeding value, losing market share, and becoming the toxic anchor on portfolios. Investors adore stability. The stability is an illusion built on aging infrastructure and outlawed future liabilities. Today's headlines scream about stranded assets and plummeting demand forecasts. So why is so much capital still locked in those rusty engines of the past? Simple. Fear of change, herd mentality, and refusing to step into the new paradigm like one's own survival depended on it. It does depend on it. So quit fooling around. Anyone who's serious about impact investing knows this. Clean energy assets aren't a charity case or some long-term nice to have. They are the fastest growing, most profitable engines in global finance if, and this is huge, if you pick the winners with surgical precision and act with brutal urgency. This means you don't dabble in solar panels or wind farms as a branding exercise. You get ruthless. You approach this market with ferocious due diligence, leveraging cutting-edge technology insights, data analytics, and emergence of decentralized energy models. You hunt down companies that don't just install turbines. They integrate AI to optimize output, blockchain to secure transactions, and biometric systems to slash operational waste. Investing there isn't a gamble. It's a bet on how the world operates in the next 5 years or less. Every founder building scalable energy startups that disrupt the supply chain, every investor pouring capital into green hydrogen, battery tech, or grid digitalization, these are the pioneers and the few who will reap the revolution profits. What's crucial? Don't waste your time on projects that merely look green. Go after businesses that solve the dirty energy problem by addressing cost, scalability, and resilience all at once. Any asset that can't compete on price or reliability won't just fail. It'll drag you down and fuel frustration when fossil fuels get the last laugh. Here's the secret, brutal truth nobody's blaring enough. If clean energy asset management isn't laser focused on scalability and profitability today, it's already losing the race. Profit and impact aren't opposites. The myth that impact investors must sacrifice returns is a cage crafted by old guard players protecting their turf. The real power, the kind that disrupts entire industries and rewires global markets, is wielded by those who've mastered commercial viability while capturing social good. Demand assets powered by innovation that slash maintenance costs, harness smart grids, and capitalize on local energy storage. Solutions that allow communities, cities, and corporations to take control. No middlemen, no bloated infrastructure, no endless delays. This is about violent adaptation. The market isn't waiting. If your portfolio isn't lean, flexible, digitally integrated, and relentlessly efficient, it's rotting beneath your feet. Let that anger fuel transformation. Use that frustration to sharpen due diligence, not dull your vision. Double down on data, scenario planning, and deep dives into regulatory trends. Recognize that clean energy isn't just wind and solar anymore. It's entire ecosystems of technology, finance, and policy intertwining in ways barely understood by slow-moving institutions. Those who harness this complexity will dominate. CEO, founder, investor, leader, hear the call that's shaking the foundations of every outdated assumption. The moment to act is not tomorrow, not next quarter, it's now. Get obsessed with understanding the real cost curves, the hidden value chains, the technological leaps springing from startups no one's spotlighting yet. Understand that emerging markets need scalable clean energy solutions more than anyone else. Target those regions aggressively. They are your untapped gold mine. And here's a bold move few dare to champion. Don't just invest in assets, invest in the networks. Build alliances with founders rewriting the rules. Concoct partnerships where capital meets agility, where impact translates immediately into profit, and where collective scale demolishes risk. Your capital won't multiply by sitting static. It thrives by flowing through these living, evolving networks. The system is broken, yes, but the solution isn't reliance on the old fat cats or the usual slow-moving beasts. It's in taking the risk now, connecting the dots between technology, policy, and society with surgical precision. Be relentless in cutting through greenwashing and hype. Demand transparency. Insist on operational excellence. Press your partners and startups to iterate faster, fail quickly, and adapt, like survival depends on it, because it does. Lead with a radical mindset. Impact investing isn't about feeding the system. It's about radically reshaping and transcending it. The stakes aren't just financial, they're existential. This next wave will consume the hesitant and reward the bold. You must become a titan of transformation, a strategist in both finance and planetary renewal. Deeply learn the mechanics of emerging tech like energy storage breakthroughs, grid decentralization, AI optimization, and capital allocation models that reward innovation, not tradition. Embrace the mindset of an insurgent, dismantling outdated energy paradigms piece by piece with every investment decision. The future isn't some distant dream. It's unfolding now, and it demands fierce courage, sharp intellect, and a deep-seated urgency. The clean energy revolution will outperform fossil fuels, not because it's green, but because it's smarter, cheaper, and fundamentally more efficient. This is a call to arms. Start acting like your capital is a weapon against planetary destruction. Attack every weak link in fossil fuel chains with precision investments that build resilient, profitable, clean energy infrastructure. The moment to transcend the past and ride the unstoppable wave is right now. Complacency is your enemy. Doubt is your foe. The world is screaming for those willing to claim absolute freedom in investment choices and execute with brutal meritocracy. Break your chains, the invisible rules, national loyalties, outdated beliefs that keep capital stuck in dying industries. Build networks with the rare founders and investors who dare to dream and do more. This is not a game for the comfortable. It's a battlefield for those who accept nothing but the highest returns of profit and impact, intertwined and unstoppable. Millions are waiting for someone to lead the charge. Will you hesitate and watch the wave crash? Or will you dive in, fuel the fire, and shape a world where clean energy is king? Where the systems we unleash don't just serve markets, but serve humanity itself. Stop waiting. Smash through the illusions. The dawn of profitable, high-impact clean energy is here. Grab it, own it, change everything.